College football 25 is finally here. The wait is over. We can finally play the game. In the past few days, I've spent a lot of time thinking of what should be my first Dynasty Series team. And ultimately, I decided on doing the UConn Huskies. Since I heard from a lot of people that this should be a pretty fun rebuild, so I decided why not? We'll do the UConn Huskies. And so yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So you guys can see my coach information up at the top right there. Level 1. Head coach, and I chose the recruiter archetype because I figured that would be the most important because, we're trying to create a dynasty long-term thing. This is going to be a long-term series, not just like a one video thing. This is going to go till we actually have a dynasty. And this won't be the only dynasty series that I'm doing. I'm going to do multiple, but this is the first one that I'm actually starting. But anyways, though, my scheme, offensive scheme, pro style, defensive scheme, 4-3. I'm always a 4-3 guy. I love running the 4-3. And then it doesn't show the pipeline on here, but I just chose that one randomly as well. I don't even remember what it was. But yeah, this is all the coach's information. Let's go check out everything else now. All right, so our first task is to set up recruiting board and everything like that. Custom schedules. Actually, let's just look through our schedule first. So our first game, we play at Maryland, and we play FCS East. We play Duke, FAU, Buffalo, Temple. We have a bye week, Wake Forest, Rice, Georgia State, UAB, bye week again, Syracuse, and then UMass as the last week of the season. So this could be an undefeated season if I really lock in. But if you guys have seen my Madden franchise videos, I don't really lock in that well. So we might not win a single game, but I guess we'll see. But I was also thinking I'm not going to play every single game. I think what I might do is like every other game, maybe like every 2 games. I don't know. Because if I did every single game, this series would be like 90 episodes long, and that would be insane. So I still have to decide. I'll probably do like every 2 games, something like that, and I'll play like all bowl games and stuff like that. So I guess we'll see. I do have quarter lengths set on 7 minutes, and I do play on Heisman difficulty, so the games should be pretty interesting, but we got to do some recruiting. So we do have 35 total prospects, and we have 500 total hours we can do. So since we are a lower tier school, the recommended prospects that we have are, well, I guess we have some 4 stars in here, but as you guys can see, out of all the 4 stars, only one of them has some interest in us. We're the 5th ranked school, so compared to those other schools on there, we're probably not going to get this guy, which is unfortunate because, we want good talent here, but we got to be realistic and realize that, like, wow, not even the 3 stars want us. Wow, that's actually insane. Okay, some 3 stars want us. So, we'll go ahead and add these guys to our board just because, we want to try and get the best talent we possibly can. And if there's nobody with any interest, like you guys can see on the bottom right, which schools are interested in them. And like Ohio State, we're not going to compete with them. Michigan, they're on there as well. Like, we're not going to be able to compete with guys like Georgia, Alabama, Clemson. So for year number 1, we kind of have to focus on like 2 stars. We might get a 3 star or 2, but more than likely, we're just going to have to dedicate most of our time to the 2 stars. And as we can see, we have a few that are interested in us, and they are all team needs. So if we could grab a few of these guys, that would be very beneficial for us moving forward. And what about the 3 stars? And then I guess there is one more 3 star or 2 more 3 stars that do have some interest. We will add them to our board, but I mean, just looking at like the other schools, it's pretty unlikely that we'll be able to get any of them, but we'll try it. Why not? And we do have some where we are number 1 on their list. That could change throughout the season though, but we'll just focus on filling out our team needs for now. So I'll just go ahead and just fill this out real quick. All right, so our recruiting board is full. I made sure to fill up each position group except for punter because we don't need a punter. So every other position group, though, we at least have 1 recruit. Some have multiple, like tackle, for example, we have multiple there. But yeah, we have 35 total recruits. So now what we need to do is we need to do some scouting. So we're going to find out who the diamonds in the rough are and who's maybe not worth our time in terms of scouting. So let's see. Jerry Beckner, he's a 3 star. We're going to go over to this scouting thing. And we're going to see if he is a green gem or is he... Okay, he's neither. Okay, so we're just going to go through and then we'll see if we can find any gems here. Okay, I ran out of recruiting hours because we have a limit of 500. So There's a lot of guys we still do need to scout, but we can get that done next week. And I kind of realized that most of them are not going to have like the gem thing because most of these guys are 1 and 2 stars. And I'm pretty sure that's exclusive to like 3-star and above, but I guess we'll figure it out. But yeah, we still do have plenty of guys we need to scout, but we can get that done next week. So what we need to do now is we need to go over our red shirts because that is very important in year number 1. And then next we'll go over our roster. So wow, our highest rated player is an 82. Okay, so let's just look at quarterback. So you should always redshirt a quarterback because that's probably a good idea. Running backs, we see a freshman right here. Why not? We don't have a fullback on the roster. Okay, that's interesting. Wide receiver though, wow, we only have one that we can. Brock Montgomery. All right, well, you're redshirted, buddy. I guess any freshman I see, I'm just gonna redshirt because why not? It'll help them develop a little bit, I guess, during their redshirt year. But wow, we do not have many freshmen on this team. There's some sophomores. You know what? Logan Stern will redshirt him as a sophomore. Why not? Let's just go rogue. But let's see. Okay, we got another one. Caleb Stewart, we'll do him. Is there any corners? Any freshman corners? None? Seriously? Wow. Okay, so we're going to have to really nail this recruiting class in year 1. And we only have one kicker and punter. Wow, our punter is a 64 overall. Okay, we're going to recruit a punter 100%. And our kicker is a 70 overall. Well, we're already recruiting kickers anyway, so I guess that doesn't really matter. So, yeah, that is the red shirts that we're going to do. So, that'll be good on that. So, let's just look at our roster really quick. So, our highest rated player is a senior, Jelani Stafford. He's a defensive lineman. Then we got Chase Lunt. I think that's how you say it. He's also a senior. And then TJ Sheffield. I think that's how you say it, wide receiver. So our 3 top players are all seniors. So, that is not good. We're going to have to really nail this recruiting class moving forward. But I mean, looking at our quarterback, Nick Evers, he is a sophomore. So hopefully he can develop moving forward. Our running back, Cam Edwards, he's a junior. And then, of course, TJ Sheffield, he's a senior. And wow, all of our wide receivers are pretty old except for Shamar Porter. I think that's how you say it. He's a freshman. 72 overall. Hopefully he can develop a little bit. I actually might try and get him more reps than Skylar Bell because he's a junior, so he's going to be out of here soon. And so if we could mix in Shamar Porter and he could develop a little bit, that'd be pretty nice. But tight ends, senior, junior. Wow, this is a very old team. And then our offensive line. Goodness gracious, this is a very old team, except we do got one freshman that's starting. Well, a redshirt freshman starting. So I guess that's interesting. But yeah, this is a pretty old team. So yeah, recruiting is going to be very important. Wow. Seriously, this is a very, very old team. And I've said that like a million times. But yeah, just going through the rest of the team. Our corners, 75 overall. Okay, so our pass defense might not be the best this season. But yeah, that is what the roster is looking like. In total, we are 78 overall with a 77 offense and a 79 defense. And we are a 1.5 stars. So we're looking to really turn the tables, turn the tides, whatever the saying is, around here in UConn and really turn this into a powerhouse school. So we can upgrade coach skills. I only have 5 coins to do so, but I'm going to use them because why not? So quarterback, that's the most important position, but our quarterback is a sophomore, I believe, and we're going to need defensive linemen. So I'm just going to use my first points on this. So I'm going to earn more coach points anyways, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but yeah. So let's just advance on to the next week and see what our next task is. Alright, so our weekly update. Stephen Bryant has reached his top 5, and we are in his top 5, but we have yet to give him an offer. We're the only team in his top 3 that hasn't given him an offer. So maybe we'll have to look at that next week. But yeah, but back to the recruiting part. So I think first things first, we should look at Frederick McCardle. So he's a 2-star wide receiver. So getting a wide receiver would be very important. So we have yet to scout him. So I will use some scouting points here and scout him. So those are his attributes. And since he is a 2-star, we're just going to recruit him anyways. So actions. What we're going to do is we're going to contact friends and family. So that will give us 4 influence points. So that will help us as we compete with the other schools. So we're currently sitting in 4th place. And with the contacting friends and family, that should push us up a little bit, hopefully, depending on what the other schools decide to do. We're number 2 on Antonio Anders, and he's a 3-star. So we're really going to want to make sure to get this guy. So we're actually going to send the house on him. Because if we could get a 3-star, that would be insane. But Eric Simpson, for example, he has a green one. So we're going to really want to try and get this guy. And he is a 3-star, so he might be a little bit harder to get. So we're just going to send the house, and maybe we can get into his top 3. That would be very clutch if we could get a guy like that. But we also do need a kicker. So James I honestly don't even know. We're going to just contact friends and family. Hopefully we can improve. Alright, so I just went ahead and used the rest of my coaching hours so that way I didn't bore you guys just going through each and every single one that I did. But it is our bye week, so we're just going to advance on to the next week and see if we get into another top 5. And so for our recruiting update, James Thrasher has made his top 3. We are not in it. Very unfortunate we lose out on him. And then Eric Jagger, he also made his top 3. So those were 2 of our targets that we did not land into. However, there are some that we did land into their top 5, some top 8. And we are first for some of these guys. 2 of these guys are 3-stars, so that is pretty cool. So hopefully we can remain in the top spot for both of these guys. That would be very clutch moving forward. And it looks like this is our first week. We are taking on Maryland this week, but recruiting, we got to focus on that. So we have 50 hours right now. So yeah, we got to take James Thrasher off of here. And the other one was a safety, wasn't he? Yeah, Eric Jagger, strong safety. So we're going to take him off of here. Okay, I decided we're going to send the house on running back Andre Cola. I honestly don't even know. But yeah, we're sending the house on him. We are currently 8th, so hopefully we can move up. It is a pretty big gamble, but I'm betting on it, so hopefully we can get into his top 3 before he sets it. But anyways, though, it is game week. However, I'm not going to be playing the first game in episode 1 because this was kind of just like an intro episode where we go over just the basics of recruiting and go over the roster and stuff like that. I'm going to actually start playing games in week 2. But yeah, with that being said, that is going to be the end of episode number 1 of the UConn Huskies Dynasty series. Make sure to let me know in the comments what ideas you guys would like to see me do here on College Football 25. I do plan on doing multiple other dynasties as well, so you guys can let me know in the comments which teams you guys would like to see me do, as well as if you guys would like to see Ultimate Team challenges as well. I'm very open to doing just anything that you guys want to see on here, really. So yeah, just make sure to let me know in the comments if you have any ideas you would like to see me do. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way into the end. I really appreciate that. If you guys are interested in checking out my other content, I do have a ton of playlists on my page. I have Madden content, 2K content, and just gaming content in general. If you guys are interested, you guys can feel free to go check those out. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.